Wow. What a freaking blow up. God, hey, that's a good fish, man. Guys, I don't know. We may be having to move spots. She's a little bit more chocolatey than what you would want. It's looking pretty murky. I came here because I don't know, I thought that maybe something like this would be better than the river. Wasn't really sure how the rain affected the river. So this is looking pretty murky. Couple feet of visibility, maybe. So I don't know. I'm gonna get up here. There was some tornado damage up here quite a few years ago now, and I know there's a lot of big timber down. Water temps hovering around 53, 54. So good water temp for right now. I like seeing those 50s, but much beyond that, it's not looking great. But we're gonna give them a shot anyway. I'm gonna get up here and get a little jerkbait out, maybe get a slow moving jig out and see if we can't get bit. But if this doesn't work, I don't know. We may try a different spot. We'll just have to see. All right, guys, I feel like that took me 10 years to actually get rigged up and going. We're gonna start out with a black spinnerbait today. Nice little spoon. A lot of people fish the I don't know, it's the one that I call with the blades, a bladed spinnerbait. A lot of people fish those, and those are good. I do like those, but especially in this muddy water like this, where I've only got a couple feet at visibility, I don't know, a lot of times I feel like that big spoon on there causes a little bit more vibration. Got the old trusty dusty reel out this morning. Boy, this thing's seen some stuff, I'll tell you. Needs to be tightened up just a little bit. I'm gonna start out with this though, and if this doesn't work, one thing I want to try today, I fixed up a, sorry, I think I thought I saw a fish right there by the surface. I fixed up a little finesse jig with like a creature bait cut in half, all the appendages pulled off except for the tail. And I may want to give that a shot today. Something's got it. Oh, missed him. Something actually took right there. Maybe that's a good sign. I don't think he ever really had it good. I tried to give him a second, but it knocked slack in the line, and my bait kind of took off sideways. Oh well. One missed. Maybe that's a good sign though, right? Like third cast? But yeah, I got a little finesse jig. I'm definitely wanting to try that finesse jig today, if nothing else works. So I would rather catch them on something moving like anybody else. That's always more fun, because you can cover more water that way, and frankly, it's just easier. There's a reason people like fishing topwater. I mean, topwater can be some of the easiest fishing you'll do. I'm having problems with this reel, and I've never had problems with that reel. Got a lot of backlash. Cut. Wait a minute. All right, fast forward 30 seconds or so. Had to get some backlash out there. I need to retune this reel a little bit. That's what's funny about this reel. It's got that big dial down here, and I can never remember if 1 or 7. I think the further you go up, the more backlash protection it has. This is an old reel. It's beat up. All the finishes off of it. I really need to replace the handle, but much beyond that, the thing still fishes really good. So I'm just slow rolling the spinnerbait as much as I possibly can around these logs. There's a ton of debris underwater because, as I said earlier, there was a tornado that moved right down along this bank. You can actually see here in a minute exactly where the tornado went through, where the actual main body of the tornado went through, because there is just absolutely nothing on the bank as far as any kind of big tree. And it laid all these trees over in the water. And so while that tornado was absolutely horrible, it definitely helped the fishing here. If you can catch them in the right zone, pulling crankbaits over all this timber underwater can be great. Sometimes it's kind of hard to keep from getting hung up just because there's so much timber. I was kind of hoping today with the a little bit warmer water temp, maybe we can get something to bite. What you really want to do with a spinnerbait, like, I don't know if you guys can see that log cuts across right there. I don't know if you can see that underwater, but what I'm doing is I'm throwing beyond that log. I'm slow rolling that spinnerbait up to it, and what'll happen is you will actually feel and see that spinnerbait turn sideways and slide over that log. That's what's a good thing about a spinnerbait and not getting hung up, is a lot of times that hook turns sideways, and so there's no way for it to hang on anything. But when you see that turn sideways and fall over that log, you just want to let that spinnerbait die for a minute. And a lot of times that fluttering on the other side of that log is what is going to get you your strike. I am playing with fire here up in those cypress knees. Like right there, thrown against those cypress trees. I'm going to throw at the tree. I'm going to let that spinnerbait bounce off the tree, and then I'm going to let it die as it hits the water. Man, I am hearing ducks everywhere out here. I actually saw a few. I tried to get on video, but I missed them as they took off earlier. It was really pretty, but I'm hearing ducks. Good lordy, there's a lot of ducks out here. Never been duck hunting. That may be something we have to try on this channel. Well, that's something a lot of people like. I know it's something a lot of people like watching. So like I said, this lake can be really tough, but it's also really fun because it's always nice to fish a place where you know there's giants. But yeah, you guys can see what that tornado did. Right there, I have trees on the bank, and all of a sudden right here, nothing. And there's a few sporadic in there. And it goes all the way around. The trees start back up over there on the other side. Switch to the jig. We're gonna give that a go today. Said I don't fish them much, and trying to become a better angler. I need to. This is a finesse jig. I honestly don't remember what the weight of it is, but it's pretty low. Alright guys, sorry I haven't really been videoing. I'm already hung up. There we go, cameras. I haven't really been videoing. It is dead today, I'm afraid. I'm seeing stuff busting out in the middle, and I'm not sure if that's trash fish or if that's crappie. If it is, it's big crappie. I cannot locate these fish. I have fished slow with plastics. I've fished high in the water column. I've fished a spinnerbait from anywhere to buzzing just below the surface to as low as I can get it without hanging up. I'm really not sure. The water has cleared up a little bit the further back in here I've went, but it's still by no means clear. We've maybe went from a foot visibility to 2 or maybe 2.5 feet. It's still definitely muddy back in here. I'm just kind of paralleling the bank right now with a swim bait because I'm just really not sure what else to do. I pulled a crankbait for a long time. Didn't get anything on that. That is one thing I like about these swim baits, is that it seems that if it is slow, sometimes you can pull one around, cover as much water as you possibly can, and you can eventually get one to take the offering, you know? Look at that. Oh, dude, I just missed him. I just missed that fish. I was just sitting there thinking, I was just sitting there saying, that's something. Man. He just never got a hold of it good. That felt like a okay fish too. Should have let him take it just a little bit longer. Golly. Wow. What a freaking blow up. God, hey, that's a good fish, man. What a freaking blow up. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a good fish. I'm gonna boat flip him. Oh my God. Whoa, wow. Oh, man. Y'all, how much fun was that? Look at that fish right there, dude. Oh man, that was fun. Wow. Oh man, and he hit it, I'm talking about, like a ton of bricks. Oh, that's what this lake can do to you right there. Almost nothing all day long. Look at that bass right there. Yes, I'm gonna get out of the trees. Sometimes picket can be tough, but man, it can really reward you too. Wow, look at that fish. All right, guys, we're gonna get a quick little release on Bertha here. That's a good 4-pound fish right there, man. That's a good fish. Back to the deep. Oh, yes. All right. Man, that gives me a little bit of confidence anyway. Whew. Whew. That was fun, y'all. That's what you wait on here. That is what you wait on. Fish and fish and fish and fish and fish. And finally get rewarded. Well, guys, that is the end of the road for this lake. Right here is where it ends. You can see the big tile back there. I'm not sure how well you can see that behind the trees there. We'll actually probably drive around here in a minute. On the other side of that tile, you can get with a tube bait. Sometimes it sounds like it's flowing really good right now. Dad has actually caught a, I don't know, it was every bit of probably 6 pounds, I would say. 6-pounder off that tile right there. I'm gonna go ahead and fish this little bit of stuff right here that you can see, and then I'm gonna end right there. I'm gonna tie on a tube bait. We're gonna go hit 2 tiles that I know of down here, and yeah, we're gonna call it a day and head back to the hacienda. Yes, I'm throwing a buzz bait. Yes, I know it's March. I couldn't help it. I haven't thrown a buzz bait yet all year, and it just had to happen. The sun came out. I started seeing fish pop on top water a little bit. I had to tie one on just so I could see it roll through these tops. It's, you know, probably not gonna catch a fish, but hey. My dad always says, I'd rather be catching no fish on a buzz bait as I would anything else. And not gonna lie, I kind of agree with that. I don't know what it is about a buzz bait that is just so fun to throw. I've thrown frogs, I've thrown all sorts of topwater poppers, are fun at times, but I don't know, there's just something about that buzz bait. Maybe it's just because I grew up fishing them, and there's so many memories behind that particular bait. But we are a buzz bait family. We fish them a lot. Well, I'm gonna switch back to maybe a little swim bait here again, since that's been the only thing I really had any hits on today. It seems like, whatever I did with it. There it is. Oh, that one right there. But yeah, we had 3 hits today. I mean, we had 1 hit really early on that spinnerbait. And then caught that one big fish, and then shortly after that, I had another decent sized blow up on this. He just didn't get it in its mouth, and I saw a huge swirl, big tail come out, so I know it was a good sized fish, but you know, it's just the way it goes sometimes. So with them being this slow, you hate to miss even one, but sometimes that is just how it goes. So I think for this lake, we are going to call it quits for today. We're gonna go back to the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and motor out of here. But yeah, we're gonna reverse out of here. I'm gonna get the motor started up, and we're gonna get back on the trailer. We'll see you guys then. Alrighty, anglers, we are off the water. We are on the way home. Not really got the energies going today, if you know what I mean. I am a little tired. You see the bags under my eyes? They're there. Yeah, didn't get very much sleep last night, so starting to wear down. Ready to be home. Ready to see those two pretty girls waiting on me at home, and kind of craving some bass. So may talk to wifey into cooking me some of that. Maybe have some exciting things coming up to the channel semi soon. I'm not really sure when I'm going to do it. I really want to go to Lake of Ouachita. That's going to be the first thing. That's down around Hot Springs. My cousin lives down there. We're more like brothers than we are cousins. But anyway, we're going to go down there, probably pick him up and shoot a lot at Lake of Ouachita. If you've watched the channel anytime, you know I'm a Lake Fork guy, fanboy. I love that channel. That guy is just awesome. I love the fact, like, how his family works, how knowledgeable he is in fishing is absolutely amazing. But that's one thing about the big YouTube channels, is it helps us. And you know, at the end of the day, they have, you know, I think Lake Fork guy's coming up on 1 million subscribers is his goal for the end of the year. And but there's only so many videos he can put out, you know. So once people finish watching his videos, they want more, and they go to smaller channels, and you know, you just hope they find your channel. So it really helps. The more people that they get to subscribe is the more people that watch fishing on YouTube. And that's what we want. We want as many people watching these as we possibly can. So please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. If you see a smaller YouTuber's channel that you like, go ahead and subscribe. It helps them out a lot, and it means a lot. Every time I get online and I see the notification, you know, that I have 2 or 3 new subscribers, man, it makes my day. So do that. Another thing we're going to do is possibly go to Lake Fork at some point. I've got to research and see when the best time to go is to catch big fish. I don't know if it's during spawn. I think they're already in spawn right now, so probably going to miss that this year. But I really want to hire a guide down there and find a good guide, call them and ask them when the best time to come is. However, I'm going to have to do some research on that. Without any further ado, I'm going to go home, cook up some bass, eat some fish, and visit with my two special ladies. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Sorry about not many fish catches this time, but we did catch the one big one. That's what that little lake will do to you. I've been fishing that lake all my life, and you can not catch anything for 2 or 3 hours, and all of a sudden a big one just loads up. It seems usually the case. It seems usually if it's a slow day, it seems like you're not catching much. Usually the 1 or 2 that you'll catch will be big. I've personally watched a 7-pounder come out of there. I've watched a 6-pounder come out of there, and I know there's bigger in there. So you know, it's not one of those lakes that I can fish very often, just because it is tedious. And, I mean, you have to stick with it. It's a grind. I mean, still having fun, obviously, but it's a grind. But, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it just to know that you're fishing in the same water with giant bass like that. Either way, no more rambling. We're getting off here. We're going home. I will see you guys next time. I appreciate you watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. If you really want to, hit the like button. And if you really, really, really want to,
leave a comment. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time.